Boom! What's up, Waves Capital? It's Royce Jacob, and welcome back to the channel. In this video, I want to talk to you about how C3 AI Inc. has just locked in a short-term technical breakout on the charts. I want to talk to you guys about where I think price action could potentially lead us following the short-term breakout, and where things could start getting very exciting if this were to happen. Okay, so on top of that, I also want to read over this short article that I just stumbled across yesterday from CNBC Pro titled, AI could drive $7 trillion in global growth in 10 years, Goldman estimates. Here's how to play it. We're not exactly going to be talking about how they want to play it because, we have our own strategies over at Waves Capital, but this is simply to reinforce our bullish sentiment around not only C3 AI Inc. as a stock, but the entire artificial intelligence sector of the market, and why AI really is a revolutionary technology that is kind of representing a generational technological shift, okay? And, a lot of big money agrees, okay? So we'll read over this just to, reinforce that bullish sentiment of ours because times have been a little slow. It's important to remind ourselves of the underlying fundamentals that made us bullish in the first place. And finally, I do want to talk about the hype cycle, just quickly reference, the stages of the hype cycle reflect on the hype cycle that we've seen so far, and why the game isn't over just yet. And although why wave 2 is still coming, although it may not be exactly all that we hoped it would just yet at least. Okay, so that's the breakdown of the video, you guys. Before we get into AI on the charts, before we get to reading this, we'll actually kick it off by reading this. If you guys want to trade with me on a day-to-day basis, if you guys want daily updates on not only AI, but names like, Riot Blockchain, which absolutely crushed it today, Bitcoin, Render Token, some of our favorite names that we've discussed on the channel and in the portfolio for many years now. If you guys want daily updates, if you guys want to know what call options I'm holding on these stocks, how I'm trading them on a daily basis, you get my Trade Alert newsletter first thing every morning, then that is going to be the first link in the description box, okay? More on this later, but again, you guys, just right off the bat, if you guys want to trade with me on a day-to-day basis, that's the first link down below, okay? And again, never advising you to do anything, never telling you what to do, but learn from my success, learn from my failures, and implement that into your own strategy, okay? So that said, let's get to reading this. Again, always kick it off with the fundamentals, and then we'll talk the fun stuff after this, okay? So generative AI will usher in an era of innovation comparable to the introduction of cloud computing, according to Goldman Sachs. The firm expects the broadest definition of artificial intelligence to drive almost $7 trillion in global economic growth over the next 10 years, with productivity growing by 1.5% over the same period. With that, generative AI has a total addressable market of $150 billion. Quote, AI is touted to be the next big shift in technology after the evolution of the internet, mobile, and the cloud. We believe generative AI can streamline business workflows, automate routine tasks, and give rise to a new generation of business applications, Goldman analysts wrote in a recent research report. Enabled by large language models, innovations like OpenAI's ChatGPT, Microsoft's AI-powered Bing search engine, and Google's Bard have renewed the buzz around AI. Traditional AI has been used for more analytical purposes rather than creative, but generative AI is able to produce new content such as text, video, images, or computer code, putting it a step ahead. Okay, and this article doesn't directly address C3 AI, but you guys, again, it's not just about this one stock. Although personally, and I'm sure many of you guys agree with this as well, as far as a trade is concerned, this is the most exciting name in the markets. Once again, this is just my opinion, but I'm sure many of you agree, especially if you're watching this video. But the reason we were interested, or at least I was, and again, many of you guys as well, I'm saying I or we because I'm just assuming this, but again, we're Waves Capital. I feel like a lot of us are on the same page, right? The reason that I and many of us initially became excited about AI, the reason that I initially established a massive position in C3 AI Inc. in late 2022 was because of this AI trend gaining so much traction. Again, it wasn't C3 AI Inc., but they have the ticker symbol AI, and I knew they would gain market momentum due to the overall cultural momentum that artificial intelligence was gaining. And again, the technology is exponentially increasing. That's Moore's law, right? Technology exponentially increases, and that's obviously applicable to this cutting edge technology of AI. So again, what's good for the greater AI sector, what's good for artificial intelligence overall, is ultimately, in my opinion, good for C3 AI Inc. Okay, so I quickly just want to kind of reflect on my thoughts from that article because I featured it in yesterday's macro analysis newsletter. So these analysts from Goldman aren't necessarily saying anything new here, but it's yet another set of reputable individuals who potentially dictate the flow of a lot of capital, proclaiming their massive conviction and belief in artificial intelligence as a technological revolution. As far as trading this revolution is concerned, timing is and always will be a massive factor. Waves Capital managed to catch Wave 1 and ride it out perfectly. Although Wave 2 hasn't exactly rolled in the way we had anticipated it to, it's inevitable to me that more waves will continue to mount on the horizon and we'll be ready to catch them. Okay, you guys. So again, if you want to trade with us on a day-to-day basis, again, always make your own decisions, make your own trades, alter my trades to your personal needs, to what you feel is best. I never want you guys to copy me. I never want you guys to do exactly what I'm doing. But you guys, I know more waves are coming. I'm so confident in it, especially after seeing this breakout as we closed out the trading day today. I'm super pumped for what April has in store. And yeah, I hope you guys ride with me. So again, if you want a complete breakdown of my personal portfolio, if you want the daily newsletters, the daily trade alert newsletter, the macro analysis, the price targets, this is just an example of the past few days of newsletters because I do upload them also to the curriculum every single day, then that's the first link down below. $50 a month, $40 for every 3 months. You can try it free for a week. If you don't like it, just peace out. But you guys, if you're not a part of Waves Capital yet, I recommend giving it a shot. Again, try it free. If you don't like it, which I don't believe will be the case, then you can always leave. But, if you do, welcome to the winning team in advance. And for all existing members, I appreciate you. And, let everyone know who may be thinking about trying it out what you guys think. Honest opinions only. Okay, so plugs over. That's out of the way. Let's close it out by taking a look at C3 AI on the charts. But I just remembered that we have to discuss this hype cycle quick. Okay, so again, we can actually zoom this out a little bit and directly piece this to the hype cycle right here. Okay, so obviously right here is where we see the excitement happen. Okay, so let's actually minimize this just a little bit. So over here, again, you can see the technology trigger, everyone getting excited about chatgpt, openai, getting excited about Lensa AI, everything just going on in the cultural zeitgeist once again. That created that technological trigger that created Wave 1. Over here, you get to the peak of inflated expectations, the euphoria, etc. And then we come down a little bit. So this is where it was a little weird. This is where, again, you guys know, I believed Wave 2 was coming right around here, which it did in a sense, but that was kind of a fake out following that massive earnings pop due to the macroeconomic environment not really allowing AI to spread its wings and obviously fly. So again, the macroeconomic backdrop did definitely impede the pristine nature of this hype cycle a little bit, but I still believe that more upside is coming. Again, we're seeing some of that sideways price action. We're getting back into the slope of enlightenment now that some of the hype has faded, which is a good thing because now there's more rational capital that can enter the space and enter the stock. And, that plateau of productivity is what ultimately leads us into Wave 2, which, I'll just spoil it right now, you guys. If we break this line of resistance, I think our price target of $42 could be coming within the next few weeks. Okay, so let's just break this down quickly. You guys, AI, as of today, has closed a 4-hour and daily candle above this line of short-term resistance. So we can actually go to the 1 hour. It looks a little cleaner. Right here, you guys, I said in this morning's trade alert newsletter, if AI breaks above this line of resistance, that's very, very good news for the bulls. We're seeing volume coming back as well. Volume's looking pretty solid. And before I forget as well, it's my fat head, for the cherry on top, that is always the TradingView bull meter, bull bear meter, which is now reading a technical strong buy, which you absolutely love to see. Okay, so that's good, you guys. Again, don't put too much weight on that myself, but I do view it as a cherry on top. And right now, it seems very, very clear to me. At least me, again, nothing's guaranteed, but to me, and my money's on this as well. And I'm super glad we reinforced our C3 AI call options position this morning. I believe that, $29, potentially by the end of this week, we saw 6.5% move up today, another 11, 12% over the next couple of days, maybe early next week. Regardless of whether it happens in 2, 3, 4 sessions, I do think that over the coming week, I can confidently say C3 AI Inc. will be testing the line of resistance on this massive range. And that would lead us to, if we tested it again, April 3rd, next Monday, would lead us to just about $29. Okay. So from there, if AI at this point in time, I can so if AI sees $30 at any point, if AI can once again reclaim $30, that would 100% constitute a break of this line of resistance. And from there, we're off to the races, because that would constitute a breakout of this range. And in my book, that would be the true catalyst and almost inarguable catalyst for wave 2. And you guys know that my price target for wave 2 has been $42. Again, you guys, I apologize to any of you who may have gotten a little too excited too quick. Trust me, I fell prey to that as well. I get a little over optimistic sometimes. I'm an optimistic guy. I get excited, but just do your best to be as rational as you can during exciting times or heavy times. Regardless, as I always say, discount emotion as much as you can. Act as rationally as possible. And I'm not saying don't get excited, because these are, I was pumped to see this morning. I'm pumped for Waves Cap and pumped for our positions at hand. But you guys, do your best to stay cool. Things could get very, very spicy, very exciting soon here. Once again, especially if this line of resistance is broken. So keep a close eye on this one, because once this is broken, if this is broken, it's blast off. Okay, so I'll talk to you guys soon. Again, I know the YouTube videos have been a little slower lately, but I've just been putting a lot of time into the newsletters, and that's just the nature of the game. Sometimes you go through ebbs and flows. Sometimes I'm excited to make videos. Sometimes I'm not as excited, but always here for you guys. And again, I write these bad boys every morning, so sometimes it's just like I feel like this is enough, okay? Because I know a lot of you who are really paying attention are in Waves Capital already. All right. So again, I'm excited for what's to come. I'm excited for the month of April, and I'll catch you guys next time. Until then, always remember, take action, make waves. Peace, team.